You've just sent that text, the one that feels like you're putting your heart out there, hoping for a response, but instead it feels like it's drifting into a void. You stare at your phone, waiting for that little notification to appear, but instead, nothing. Silence. It stings, right? It makes you question yourself. Did I say too much? Did I come on too strong? Or worse, did I not say enough? That voice in your head starts creeping in, making you doubt everything. Suddenly, you're stuck in an endless loop of overthinking and second-guessing every little thing you've done. But here's where most people mess up. They're focusing on all the wrong things. You're chasing, overanalyzing, and twisting yourself in knots, trying to figure it all out. Stop. That's not the move. The key to changing the game is all about shifting your mindset. It's about becoming someone who doesn't need to chase for attention because they attract it effortlessly. When you start owning your confidence and power, that's when things really change. Trust me, by the time this video is over, you'll understand how to become the person she reaches out to first. No more waiting around for a reply. You'll be the one who commands her attention without even trying. But before we dive deep into how to make that shift happen, take a moment to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. This isn't just another dating tip. This is a game changer, and I'm about to break it down for you in a way that'll change how you see yourself, her, and every conversation moving forward. Let's jump in and take control of this. It's about to get real. Number 1, stop acting like you're always on call. Here's a hard truth. Constantly being available is the fastest way to lose her interest. When you're always the one texting first, replying instantly, or doing whatever it takes to keep the conversation going, you're not sparking attraction. You're choking it. You're making your time feel like it's not worth much, like it's disposable. Imagine this. Would you keep watching a show if it gave you every episode all at once? That instant fix would get boring fast, right? When you're too easy to reach, there's no mystery. There's no space for her to wonder about you. You just blend into the background. This is where you flip the script. By creating some distance, you let her feel the weight of your absence. You let her wonder where you are, what you're doing, who you're with. Suddenly, you're not just another guy on her phone. You're someone she can't stop thinking about. You go from being predictable to unpredictable, and that's when the magic happens. It's not about playing games. It's about knowing your value. You're not someone to be taken for granted. When you stop offering your attention on a silver platter and make her work for it, she'll feel the tension. She'll crave your time. Because now you're the one she's afraid of losing. So stop being that open book that she can read whenever she likes. Keep her turning the pages. Keep her hooked. When you do this, you're not just getting her attention, you're making her chase you. And that's when the real power shifts into your hands. Number 2, set the tempo. Don't follow hers. Picture this. You're on a dance floor, lights flashing, bass vibrating through your chest. But there's a problem. You're not the one leading. She's running the show. Every move she makes, you're scrambling to stay in sync, hoping you don't mess up. You try to follow her steps, but it's draining, right? Just when you think you've caught up, she pulls away again, leaving you struggling to keep pace. This isn't just a dance. This is your life. And if you're letting her dictate the rhythm of your conversations, you're already on the losing side. You're not in control. You're just playing catch-up. And nobody's impressed by the guy who's always chasing. Now's the time to turn things around. Stop trying to mirror her every move. Set the pace. Take the reins. Don't be the one reacting to her mood swings or waiting for her to give you the next signal. You set the direction, lead with purpose, send messages that stop her in her tracks, that get her thinking and keep her on edge, eager for your next word. You're not just another guy in her contact list. You're the guy she can't stop thinking about. You're the one whose attention she craves. When you control the tempo, she won't be calling the shots anymore. She'll follow your lead, not because you're forcing it, but because you've created such a magnetic pull, she wouldn't want to dance to anyone else's beat. Every message you send should be a rhythm she can't ignore, a pulse she feels long after. You'll be the beat she can't forget, the dance she wants to keep coming back to. When you lead with intention and take ownership of your space, you're no longer fighting for her attention, you own it. And once you own it, she'll be the one trying to stay in step with you. Number 3, perfect the art of leaving her wanting more. Imagine this. You're holding your phone, preparing to send the next message, and for the first time, you don't rush. You take a moment to pause. That single second of silence, your delay in replying, completely shifts the game. What if, instead of firing back right away, you let the space between your words linger? What if you made her feel the gap, the suspense of the unknown? This isn't about playing games or pretending you're busy elsewhere. It's about giving both of you a moment to breathe, to let the energy of the conversation build. Think about it. What happens when you answer immediately? It's expected, easy. But when you let the silence stretch out, it creates a magnetic pull. You make her wonder. You make her realize that your world doesn't revolve around her texts. Now, she's not just waiting for a response. She's eagerly anticipating it. Her mind starts racing. Why hasn't he replied? Where is he? What's he up to? Who's he talking to? With every second that passes, that tension builds and becomes irresistible. That's the power of presence. You've created an energy around yourself, one that pulls her in more intensely than any quick reply ever could. It's not a game, it's a shift in dynamics. When you respond too quickly, your words lose their depth, their weight. But when you let the silence hang in the air, when you make her wait just a little longer, you force her to focus harder, to listen more carefully, and to feel the gravity behind every word you send. Your reply becomes charged with energy. The silence transforms into an irresistible craving. Every tick of the clock builds her desire to know more, to be closer to you. And when you finally do respond, you don't just give her an answer, you give her something she's been waiting for, something she now values. Your message becomes electric, full of intention, packed with purpose. Mastering the pause is simple but incredibly powerful. It's the silence that makes the melody beautiful. It's the stillness before the rush that gets her heart racing. Perfect this, and you'll have her hanging on every moment you give her, waiting for your next move. Number 4, become the guy whose life she wants to be a part of. Let's be real. If your entire focus is waiting around for her to text, she'll notice. It's like an invisible red flag. She can feel that your world is empty, just waiting for her to fill the void. And trust me, that's the quickest way to lose her interest. What's truly magnetic? People who have their own fire, who wake up every day with a sense of purpose, with a drive that keeps them moving forward. She doesn't want to talk to the guy who's sitting by his phone, hoping for a message. She wants the guy whose life is so full, so compelling, that when he does reach out, it feels like a special moment. It's not about exchanging superficial pleasantries like, "How's your day?" It's about creating a real connection between two vibrant, thriving worlds. So what's your spark? What's the thing that gets you out of bed every morning, excited to dive into the day? Is it crushing your goals at the gym, pushing your body to new limits? Is it working on a passion project that completely consumes you, giving you that rush of creativity and drive? Or maybe it's learning something new and challenging, something that fills you with pride and anticipation. Whatever it is, embrace it fully. When your life is filled with energy and purpose, when your days are packed with ambition, you stop being the guy who's waiting for her to text. You become the guy whose life is the adventure. You're the one who makes her day better the moment you enter it, because your energy is contagious and your life is a story she wants to be a part of. Picture this. She's scrolling through her phone and then your name pops up. Suddenly her heart races. She's not texting you out of boredom or loneliness. She's reaching out because you've become the highlight of her day. You're the guy who sparks excitement in her life, the one whose messages make her smile. Your life is living, breathing, and full of passion, and that energy fuels your conversations, making them dynamic and alive. They don't just fizzle out. They grow, they intensify, and they leave her wanting more. She'll be drawn to you, not because you're sitting around waiting for her attention, but because you're the one she wants to be part of. You're the guy who fills her world with excitement every time you reach out. Number 5, shift the focus, quality over quantity. Let's cut to the chase. How many times have you found yourself staring at your phone, Overwhelmed by a flood of messages that add up to nothing? A bunch of words with no real substance? It's like noise, constant but empty. Here's the truth. The conversations that leave a mark aren't the ones filled with endless texting or waiting for her to make the first move. The most powerful exchanges are brief, impactful, and cut straight to the heart. They hit with the kind of intensity that makes her stop and think. So why are you stuck sending endless, "How's your day?" texts, hoping something will stick? Stop. Stop thinking every message needs to be a paragraph. The real magic is in quality, not frequency. When she shares something about her day, don't just hit her with a generic cool or nice, like you're ticking off a box. That's like throwing a bucket of water on a fire. Instead, dive in. Challenge her thoughts. Ask the questions that dig deeper. Ask about the raw, unspoken emotions. Make her think. Make her feel something. Be the one who isn't afraid to go there, to ask the uncomfortable questions that nobody else has the courage to. That's how you leave an impression. When you engage at this level, you're not just having a conversation. You're forging a connection, one that's unlike anything she's used to. It's not small talk. It's a dialogue that feels like it's building something real, something meaningful. And here's what happens. She starts craving you, not because of your texts, but because of the depth you bring, the energy you radiate. She'll sit there replaying your conversations in her head, unable to forget the pull of your words. This is your moment to break free from the cycle of mundane exchanges. Be unforgettable. Send a message that lingers in her mind, a question that shifts her perspective. Make her think, wow, no one's ever asked me that before. Forget quantity. Stop throwing out random messages hoping they'll land. Become the guy whose words leave a lasting impact, whose messages make her heart race, and whose presence she can't ignore. Because when you focus on quality, it's not about how often you text. It's about making each word feel significant, like it's leaving a mark on her soul. That's how you become the one she's waiting for. Here's the game changer. Stop being the guy who's always chasing, always available, always hanging on to every text. Break that cycle. Stop letting your value be determined by how quickly you reply or how many texts you send. Instead, become the guy who commands attention, the guy whose life is so full, so exciting, that people are naturally drawn to him. Become the person who makes every moment matter, because that's when the real magic happens. This isn't about playing games. It's not about being distant, hot and cold, or pretending to be something you're not. This is about showing her that your time is valuable. Your energy is precious. You're not just filling up space with words. When you value your time like this, the energy shifts. You'll see it. She'll start valuing you in ways you never expected. So stop chasing scraps. Be the one who owns his life. Have a purpose that's bigger than any text conversation. Become the one she can't wait to hear from. The one who makes her feel things she's never felt before. Because when you control your time, your energy, and your presence, you'll be the one she's chasing. Now take a second, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who's stuck in the cycle of meaningless texting. They need to hear this. Your time is valuable. Your presence is powerful. When you apply these principles, you'll become a force she won't be able to resist. Stay magnetic, stay untouchable, and always remember, don't chase, lead. Lead with intention, lead with purpose, and lead with everything she can't forget.